The Time Warp Trio, It's All Great to Me, Chapter 3. Cerberus crouched, ready to spring. Fred held up his aluminum foil thunderbolt. Sam tried to hide behind his lyre. "That's it!" I yelled. "No kidding. This is it," said Sam. "I just never thought I'd die in a bedsheet toga." "No, you can save us," I said. "Just like in the play, remember?" Orpheus put Cerberus to sleep with music from his lyre. "There's just one small difference," said Sam. "In the play, I'm putting to sleep Ben with two extra stuffed dog heads coming out of his sweatshirt. Here, I'm putting to sleep a live, mad, drooling, growling monster." Fred looked desperate. "Well, this aluminum foil thunderbolt isn't going to do much for us." "Why don't you give it a try? What have we got to lose?" Sam cradled his lyre and nervously plucked a few strings. Cerberus froze, then cocked one head to listen. Sam plucked the beginning of "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." Cerberus sat down. Now all three heads were beginning to listen. "I think it's working," I whispered. Sam finished "Twinkle, Twinkle" and started again. One head growled. Sam kept playing. Two heads growled. "He doesn't want to hear that song again," said Fred. "It's the only song I know," whispered Sam frantically. He began another round of "Twinkle, Twinkle." All three heads growled. "Wait a minute. I've got the real answer," said Fred, digging into a pocket under Cyclops' costume. Sam started "Twinkle, Twinkle" for a fourth time. Cerberus howled, opened his jaws, and jumped forward to snap Sam in one mad gulp. Sam fell back. Fred tossed the thing from his pocket. The middle head chomped it in half and stopped in mid-air. Half a piece of chocolate cake fell from the middle head's mouth. The left head sniffed it. The right head bit it. Then all three heads were snapping at each other, fighting for the last chunk of cake. "My last ding-dong," said Fred. "Now let's make a break for it." No one had to tell us twice. We ran up the path, past Cerberus, who was busy snarling, fighting, and biting himself. We ran past a guy rolling a huge rock up a hill. We ran past another guy reaching for fruit and water that kept moving away. We ran past spooky shadows and sights that we didn't want to see until we finally burst above ground into the sweet green grass and beautiful hot sunshine. "Yikes!" huffed Sam. "I take back every bad thing I ever said about you, Fred. The ding-dong was a stroke of pure genius." We lay back on the grass and soaked up the sun, trying to catch our breath and shake off the creepy cold and gloom of the underworld. "So once again, let me guess," said Sam, squinting through his glasses up at the clouds. "We've lost the book and we'll never get home unless we find it." "Well, yeah," I said. "I've seen better heads on cabbage," said Insult Master Sam. "And as usual, we have no idea where it is," said Fred. "Well, yeah," I said. "But now we know it's not down in Hades, and since I think the book has somehow sent us into our own play, and the Greek myths all mixed together, the only other place it can be is Mount Olympus." "Great," said Fred, "and with our luck, I'll bet the god who has it is probably the biggest, meanest, and strongest one of the bunch. Zeus," said Sam, squinting into the clouds. Yup, king of the gods on Mount Olympus, I said. Zeus, said Sam. So how do we get up there? Said Fred. Zeus, said Sam, lifting his arm. Okay, we know the guy's name already, said Fred. How do we find him? Zeus, 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 croaked Sam, pointing to the clouds. The shadow of a giant eagle suddenly covered us from above. With a whoosh of feathers and a burst of light, the monster bird changed into a huge white-bearded god